Welcome to the class. In this class we are going to discuss three layers, and those three layers are network layer, data link layer and the physical layer. So starting with the network layer. So network layer is responsible for providing best path for the data to reach to the destination. So logical addressing means IP addressing works on this layer, and router is the device which is working on this layer. This layer is divided into two parts. Those two parts are the routed protocols, for example IP, IPX and AppleTalk, and the routing protocols like RIP, IGRP, OSPF and EIGRP. So we are right now using IP, and we rarely see IPX or the AppleTalk. So AppleTalk used to be used in the Mac systems, but nowadays Mac is also supporting the IP. So what is the main difference between the routed protocols and the routing protocol? Routed protocols are actually responsible for packaging your packets, your what could be the size of the packet, how it is packaged, how it is put with the source and destination IP addresses on the packets. So these all are taken care by the routed protocols. And now those packets who are packaged, who are packed, those are routed by the routing protocols. So in order to understand it more in little bit more detail, we will see the example. So let's say you are sending this data to the destination from the source A. So that data you got the segment from the transport layer, and that is to be packed by the network layer and then to be put with the source IP address and the destination IP address. So this is the work of the routed protocol. Then it is sent to the destination, and on the destination side or as well, it is unpacked by the routed protocol and then is given to the upper layer, that is the transport layer. Then actual data is received by the destination. So the function of the routing protocols is, let's say you have multiple paths to reach to your destination. This is your destination and this is your source. So you have multiple paths. So let's say your destination is this koenigssolutions.com and you want to reach this. So this could be one of the way to reach there, and this is the another way to reach. So there can be multiple paths to reach to a particular destination. So out of those paths, which one is best and which one is going to be working as a path for my packets to travel, that is decided by the routing protocols. So now there are different mechanisms and different algorithms being used by different routing protocols. So on the basis of those algorithms, they are going to select the best path. So data flow from the application to the physical layer would be like the data is received from the application to the presentation, then the data is given to the session layer, and at transport layer the data is called as segment, which we discussed in detail when we discussed the transport layer in a separate video. And then that segment is given to the network layer, and it is then encapsulated with the network header, and this network header is going to contain the source IP address and the destination IP address and many other fields like time to live, how many hops this packet is going to travel, what is the upper layer transport information or the protocol information, like who generated this packet, who generated this segment, either it will be the TCP or the UDP. So that information is contained in the network header, and after encapsulation this becomes the packet. So we can say the PDU, the protocol data unit at network layer, is packet. PDU at transport layer is segment, and PDU at these three layers is data itself. So now the data link layer. Data link layer is divided into two sub layers. One is LLC, which talks about the WAN protocols. So most of the time and primarily the WAN protocols operate at data link layer. So under the data link layer, this LLC handles these WAN protocols. The second sub layer is the MAC layer, which takes care of the physical addressing, and this physical address is a 48-bit address, so 12-digit hexadecimal number. So we know that one hexadecimal digit is equal to 4 bits. So 12 multiplied by 4, that will give you 48-bit address. So this physical addressing is taken care by the MAC sub layer of the data link layer. It is also responsible for error detection. So we need to note here that this data link layer is only responsible for the data detection, not for correction. If data correction is needed, then the destination needs to contact to the source transport layer, because transport layer, as we have discussed in the transport layer session, the transport layer is responsible for error correction. So devices working on the data link layer are the switch, bridge and NIC. So this error detection in data link layer, how this happens? So let's say you got this data to send to the destination, and the packet is received from the network layer to the data link layer. So at this point, the data link layer is going to put the MAC addressing, the source MAC address and the destination MAC address, and then after that it is going to run an algorithm, and then as a result will be having some number. So this number should be same on both the sides. So this packet is then sent to the destination, and then destination now is going to again calculate the value. This value has to be same, and in this case it is not same. It means it is an error. So error detected here. So PCA, the CRC number is 33333, and this PCB CRC number is 4 times 1 and 4. That means error detected. So we need to contact to, for error correction, we need to contact to source transport layer, but the detection is done by the data link layer. So now the destination contacts to the source transport layer for the correction, means retransmission, and now it sends back, and this time it was 20202. The CRC value which was calculated on the sender side was 20202. Now it is again calculated on the destination and it is same. That means no error. So first, this is important to note, destination first checks for the CRC value. If it is received with no error, then it is going ahead and checking for the destination MAC address to see if the data is from me or some others. If the destination is same as of the destination of the this computer, that means this data is intended to me. So after calculating CRC, it is going to check on the MAC addresses. Then the data or the frame is opened up here, de-encapsulated, and the packet is given to the network layer, and then actual data is received by the receiver. So data flow will be data and data for the application, presentation and session layer, and the segment at transport layer, packet at network layer. Now at this layer, packet is encapsulated with the data link layer header, in which it contains the information about the source MAC address and destination MAC address, plus the information about the protocol who created this packet. So protocol like IP or IPX or the AppleTalk, the routed protocol we were talking about. So who created this protocol, that information is also contained in the header. Then in the trailer, the CRC value is stored, and this whole thing after encapsulation is called as frame. So the device working here is the switch. So physical layer is responsible for physical properties. So the connectors, cables, it is responsible for electrical, mechanical and procedural checks. So data will be converted into binary zeros and ones, and then data will be converted in form of the electrical pulses if it is coaxial or twisted pair cable. So if the two source and destination, if they are using this cable as the copper coaxial or twisted pair cable, then it is going to be converted into the electrical pulses. If this cable is the fiber optic cable, then it is going to be converted into light pulses, because fiber optic uses light pulses to transmit the data. If it is a wireless medium, then these binaries, the data is going to be converted into radio frequencies. The devices working at the physical layer are hubs, repeaters, cables, modems, etc. So frame is received from the data link layer and it is converted into ones and zeros or the signals, and then it is sent to the destination. And this data is received, these bits are received, and then frame is taken back, or the packet is stripped off and the frame is given to the data link layer. Then the data will be given to the network, the transport and the upper layers, and finally to the user. So the data flow will be looking like this. So at data link layer it was frame, and the PDU at physical layer are the bits. So it is important to note the data encapsulation and de-encapsulation process. So adding header or sometimes trailer to the data is called encapsulation. So if you see from the topmost the data, and then it is at the transport layer, transport header is added, and in the transport header we keep the source port and the destination port, the sequence number of the data and the acknowledgements for the data, so that all information is stored in the header, and that becomes segment. So when it is given to network layer, it adds network header. In network header we add the source IP address and destination IP address and the information about the protocols who generated this segment. So this whole information is called as packet, and then this packet is given to data link layer, and a data link layer header is added to the packet, which contains the information about the MAC addressing, the source MAC address, the destination MAC address, and the protocol who generated this packet like IP or IPX or the AppleTalk. And the trailer value is also encapsulated here. The trailer value is nothing but the CRC checksum value, which is used to detect the error. So the whole thing is called as the frame. Then finally the frame is converted into bits, and these are the PDUs at each layer. Now when it is received back on the physical layer on the destination, then it is going to strip off the bits, and then frame is given to data link layer. Then this frame is stripped off here, and the data link layer, the trailer first checked for the error detection if there is any error in the data transmission, and then it will be checked for the destination MAC address from the data link layer header. So if it is matches, the packet is given to the network layer. Now at this layer it is again stripped off, and then from the network header it will check for the destination IP address. If it matches, then the segment is given to the transport layer, and transport layer it will check for this sequence number, acknowledgements, and the destination port number, and then finally it is given to the upper layers. So going down to the protocol stack is called data encapsulation, and going back up to the protocol stack is called as data de-encapsulation. So in this video we discussed about the network layer, which is responsible for logical addressing, best path determination, and the data link layer, which is responsible for operating WAN protocols and MAC addressing, and the physical layer, which talks about physical properties, and then finally data encapsulation and data de-encapsulation. I hope this video has been informative for you, and thank you for watching.